What if everything we've been told about medieval love stories was missing something huge, like the truth about queer love thriving openly in the Middle Ages? Hi there, I'm Chris with a K, and welcome back to This Week in Queer History, where we celebrate queer moments and icons from the past that I wish I knew as a young gay kid growing up in conservative America. This week, we're exploring an incredible and often overlooked event, the very first recorded same-sex wedding between Pedro Díaz and Muño Vandilaz on April 16th, 1061. Yep, 1061. Join me as we unpack this groundbreaking event that challenges everything we thought we knew about love, acceptance, and marriage throughout history.
This week in queer history, stories told with love and glee.
Imagine it, April 16th, 1061, in the picturesque Galician village of Raires de Vega, Spain. Pedro Díaz and Muño Vandilaz stand together, hand in hand, in the monastery of San Salvador de Celanova. They're not just friends, comrades, or warriors. They're declaring their union openly and officially before their community. And this wasn't some secretive hush-hush affair hidden away from prying eyes. It was documented, recorded officially, and later archived in the National Historic Archive of Madrid. And you might be wondering, medieval times? Aren't those the years full of knights, battles, and strict religious doctrines? How could a same-sex wedding possibly be celebrated then? Well, you'd be right. Almost. The incredible fact is that Pedro and Muñoz's union reveals medieval society was more nuanced and diverse than we usually imagine. Their wedding suggests that at least in some places, love wasn't strictly defined by gender norms. The recorded union boldly challenges our stereotypes of medieval times as uniformly repressive. And sure, medieval marriage was usually about lineage, property, and alliances, especially among nobles. But Pedro and Muñoz's union seems genuinely romantic and heartfelt. Language from their vows emphasized lifelong fidelity, companionship, and mutual support. One passage read, "Full of faithfulness and truth throughout all days and nights, forever." It was about love and partnership, not just politics or economics. The existence of their documented ceremony underlines an acceptance, at least locally, of diverse forms of love. Historians debate whether the officiating priest fully understood the nature of their bond, but the evidence indicates this wasn't a hidden secret. It was acknowledged, celebrated, and respected enough to be recorded officially, something we rarely associate with medieval attitudes towards same-sex relationships. Fast forward nearly 1,000 years, and this groundbreaking historical moment has become an important reference point for contemporary discussions about marriage equality and LGBTQ rights. Understanding Pedro and Muñoz's union allows us to see that the conversation around same-sex relationships isn't a modern invention. It's been around for centuries. Pedro and Muñoz's love challenges our current debates on marriage equality, showing that marriage and partnership have always evolved alongside changing societal values. By acknowledging their union, we recognize that diverse expressions of love and commitment have existed throughout history, challenging rigid definitions of traditional marriage. Why is it important to document events? Why not let them remain private, hidden, remembered only by those who experience them? Because documenting our experiences is essential. Our lives serve as powerful examples of what's possible. Without knowing about the civil rights movement or the Stonewall Uprising, I wouldn't understand the power of resistance and the potential for change. Historical examples of overcoming adversity teach us resilience in our current struggles. Today, we're in a scary time in America where history and even entire communities are under threat of being erased. That's why it's crucial we continue to record, share, and defend stories like Pedro Díaz and Muño Vandilaz. Their documented wedding reminds us that our existence isn't new or a trend. We've always been here, and our love has always been valid. There was a time when I censored myself, avoiding posting anything that was openly gay on social media because I was worried about judgment or rejection. But as I got older, I realized my life was slipping by. Moments were passing, moments that deserved to be celebrated openly. My journey is valid and perfect the way it is, regardless of what others say. It's not my responsibility to shield anyone from my truth. My job is to live authentically and give space for someone else to do the same. Once I embraced this openness, my life grew richer and fuller, more joyful. Pedro and Muñoz's decision to openly declare their union back in 1061 inspires me to be just as bold in my life. They remind me, and hopefully you, that being visible matters. Documenting our lives, our loves, our struggles, and triumphs isn't just personal, it's essential for future generations. And we never know who we might inspire just by being authentically ourselves. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Pedro and Muñoz's medieval wedding? How does it affect your view on LGBTQ history? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And you can always get some more queer history by clicking this video right over here. There's also the newsletter, which you can find the link down in the description below. Until next time, stay strong, stay bold, and keep making history.